Excellent. Okay, so YouTube says it's on, which is good. And oh, that's not it. I want to make sure Twitch is on. Off that, take it off that. So YouTube says it's on, which is good. And
Looks like Twitch is on.
Is it live?
Ish.
Oh, that's not it. I want to make sure Twitch is on. Good, it's live enough. Off that, take it off that. So YouTube says it's on.
Excellent.
All right, well, now that we got that diagnosed, debugged, and ideally working again, we should be able to continue where we left off. So I'm going to get some music. Guessing this is not going to be upbeat enough for what I'm looking to do, but we will certainly find out. We have good. Yeah, this is not going to be. Need something that's going to put me to sleep. I need something that's going to be better, like faster, upbeat, something along those lines. Oh, that's like elevator music. We'll give this a shot. Why not? So, no idea how that'll come across, but let's do that. Now, where did we leave off? Okay. Right. Yep. Perfect. They actually sent me what I wanted. So I'll need to do that work in a little bit. Let's get that done. And then we can come back to this. So I'm going to be working off screen for a hot minute. And yeah, and then see what happens. So bear with me a quick second. Conversation. Okay. Very good. Excellent. Alright, so I will come back over, see if I can get chat on. Chat's being weird inside of OBS, so I have to re-show it. Okay. And hey, look at that. There we came up. Perfect. Alright, and now we can do okay. It says 11:12. That doesn't make any sense. So 11:26. It's a CSV file. Okay. So we can instead load this CSV. Let's grab a flat file source, and we'll get that. '26. Yep. We'll do a quick preview on this. So let's go back, give it a text qualifier. Okay. Very good. And we'll do that with it. Good. We'll do a destination for SQL Server. Next. What's this called? Supplier SQE. Yep, supplier SQE. Okay. Yep. Perfect. Alright, so T-temp supplier SQE, excellent. So I'm going to bring this up and show it on the screen as far as, I'm going to show something similar. Can't show this exact thing, but yeah, you get the idea. So let's see. Alright, not a fan of the music right now, actually, but we'll change it up in a minute. Alright, so we got that, and we're actually just going to cancel this other meeting I was supposed to have. Okay, no sense there. So now that we have supplier SQE, yep. So that part's imported into the temp table. We just need to create a stored procedure after the fact to work through anything that needs to be worked through. I'm going to walk through some of these steps as well. Right. So I have to do the supplier to engineer load, which is fine. So we're going to try that. Let's say select all from temp supplier SQE. Refresh that. Okay, so we have a supplier code with a supplier name with an X code with an SQE name, which is fine. Okay, so we'll grab a quick count on however many I have. Then we're going to do an inner join to supplier on catmates supplier code comma location code equals supplier dot supplier code, and we would then have all fields in the temp table plus the supplier, no, not supplier code, but the supplier ID. Good. And that gives us 3,200 records because it brings us down to the supplier itself. Then we need to join supplier quality engineer. Yeah, and we would do SQE Q code equals we can then take engineer code, and then we can grab supplier quality engineer, grab the ID field from the supplier quality engineer table, and that changes it from 3281 to 2991. Okay, and then we're going to do a left outer join to supplier quality engineer. Okay, we're going to do it from supplier ID equals supplier ID ID equals engineer ID. Yes. And we can take the deleted one off. Take that deleted one off and take that deleted one off. And then we would say we want this one. Okay, we go from 2991 to 2991. There's a handful of nulls, so we really only want the ones that are nulls. So then we could say where this is null. And that gives us 1959 that are null. Okay. And that's essentially what we're going to insert. Supplier, quality engineer, supplier. We grab supplier ID. Supplier, quality engineer ID. And we would just simply do that. So it contains more items in the insert list. Right. Take that out. Then we try it. Okay. And now we shouldn't have any records remaining. We have no records remaining. Perfect. Do we have any anything null, essentially, like suppliers that are missing that are in the assignment list but aren't in this list? So we would have to take this, and it's all about the supplier, so we'll take that out, and we would say left outer join supplier code, supplier name. We're going to do a distinct. Supplier ID is null. Yeah. Okay. Great. Close it. And let's find out what we're missing. So we are missing several things. Some code. Yep. Okay. So if we don't have a name, then I can't do anything with it. And we don't have a location code, also can't do anything with it. So then we would have to say and is not null. Actually, we can do, because those aren't saying null, they're just blank. So we would say if it's null, place it with a blank string, and then we would say does not equal blank string. Okay. Right, that's better. And then we want the same criteria on the location code. Because we can't do that without a location code. And then we'd have to make sure the supplier code was actually 5 digits. Okay. Because we can't have a legitimate location code without a 5-digit supplier code. So that should give us that. checking the length on something takes a while. Okay, it took 22 seconds. It gave me 126 records that we didn't have before. So we would have to create those. So we would have to do insert into T supplier code, location code, supplier company name. Actually, this would be base supplier code. And then we would do concat. Okay, we would concatenate the supplier code and the location code. Okay, so we have base supplier code, location code, supplier code, company name, just like that. So that's 4, and that's 4. So can we do that quick? Boom. Was 126 records, so okay, now we have 126 records. Torch main, and we should just double check, make sure we're not missing any more of them. And before it took 22 seconds, so we are at 11, 12. Perfect. So there are none. All right. So that gives me these suppliers. Then we can check against the supplier engineers, because now we have 115 new records for suppliers assigned to those, and that's what we can do. We can execute that. Those are now inserted. So I guess the next kind of dumb question is, do we have any new engineers that we don't know about? So we would move that, and then we could say we want the Q code and the name, and we would say distinct. Okay, but instead of inner joining the supplier, we would then do T supplier quality engineer, right, and we could just do it on the Q code. Like that. So we would do a left outer join on supplier quality engineer, and we only want the ones where there's no matching supplier quality engineer. So we'll take this, say ID is null. Okay, which ones do we have now? So we're missing those. So now we find that we have to put some restrictions in, such as the code has to be present, and that means we would just do the is null transform. Does not equal blank string. And actually, we could do a trim after that, because we want to make sure that it's not just empty spaces. Let's run that again. And then same with the SDM name. Okay. Alright, this music is really bugging me. It's starting to put me to sleep. I'm not a big fan. Okay. And we do have names. We have 4 names that we didn't have before. music. This is obnoxious. Okay, I didn't want sleep. But God, no. No, I don't want jazz cafe. This isn't. No. No. I don't want the album added to my library either. Let's find NCS. Yep. Yeah, much better. Okay. So, knowing what we know, we seem to have four employee names that are engineers, that we have codes that we don't have in the system yet. So we have to create those. Well, I think we just, see, we want something that's a little more comprehensive, I guess. I guess, would it find them based on a name match? So if we're finding that one, and then we do an inner joined T employee based on the name equals T employee dot display name as, then could we do T employee dot employee ID if the name matches? So we found two names match. Perfect. So in that case, I could take the code and the ID and insert them directly. So then we could say insert into supplier quality engineer. And we could do code. Oh goodness. Okay. And then we have employee ID. Very good. And we should be able to insert those two directly this way. 2 rows affected. Excellent. And does it appear again? No. Alright, so then we're checking pairing to suppliers. It doesn't actually find any that we didn't have. So that tells me that those individuals didn't have any, or they're not being picked up in the view. So okay, we have that. We'd say order by record added, descending. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we have 84 and 8. But in here, we weren't, they didn't seem to be paired to anybody. So if went to 8, 84, and we wanted to know, select all from ttemp supplier SQE, where this isn't. Huh. Oh, there it is. Okay. Q code in. It's either one of these two values. Do we have any? We do. Okay. So why aren't we getting them? Well, for starters, we would have to say supplier name So we have a lot of suppliers, so we have 22 records belonging to these two people. So I guess, oh, the location codes are blank. That's why I couldn't match them, because these don't have location codes. That's why they don't exist in mine. And some of them don't even have valid supplier codes. Ah, interesting. Okay. Okay. So if we had that, and we went to our supplier listing, one, we should be able to find out if we have that supplier now. And actually, I can just go to here, do select all from supplier, where supplier code, like, so we have that location now, which is fine. And if we took supplier code equals so there's two of them. One with a location code with X1 belonging to Alan. Okay. Yep. All right. At this point in time, we would insert any suppliers that were missing. We would insert any engineers that were missing whose names matched. For the couple that names don't match, I have to probably make them up. So we would say left outer join. Yeah. Like so. And we would then have to take the display name. Name. Yeah. Employee dot employee ID equals null. So let's run. All right, so I don't have anybody who's missing. Left outer join. Right. Yeah, so that doesn't seem to be an issue. So checking where the Q code is not blank, the name is not blank, the employee ID is null. Okay, not equals null, but is null. I get two more. So search for that person. What do we got? Problem. His name is abbreviated. Save. Okay. And that should hide his name. Yes, it did. Okay. And then the next one. I don't have that person at all. Okay. I need to know their email. Okay. That person's now here, which is fine. And then we should be able to see that person's no longer there, which is fine. So then I can insert into the engineer table like so. Yep. While it doesn't make them automatically, it certainly gives me an indicator of what they were. Then we can find out if we're missing any assignments, which it certainly seems like we are. So then we can make the assignments. Boom, done. All right, so that's 30 assignments there. All right, and now we have that. Okay. So that means we get any suppliers that are missing, any engineers that are missing, and any pairings that are missing. And all we need to do then is save this as a new procedure. Okay. If we did new creation for a new procedure and we just called it sp merge ttemp supplier sqe. Yep. And then we can take all the contents of these and take all that out. So now that's instituted in the try catch block, and it would return our error number if we needed to. So we don't need to return this. We simply would do an insert, and an insert, and it works for me. All right. Good. Let's close that. Close that. Close that. And supplier site master weekly. Yep. And that means we can send a note back to say it's not the one. It's no, not that one either. So we sent it a little while ago. So glad that Word's encountering a problem, because it's not what I'm trying to paste at all. Alright, QVS, Word. Alright. Not, this is annoying. Okay. All the Office products together, and they don't want to work. You do something simple. Okay. Okay, that's easy enough. Okay. Now we have to import supplier data. We're just gonna drop that into a file. We're gonna close all these windows so I don't accidentally use any of them. Okay, good. And we'll filter the tables on temps. Alright. So we should have a supplier, yep. So we have temp supplier. And I want to take a look at the file they sent over to me. Documents. Right, which I think is this one. 1127.906. No, that shouldn't, that's whatever, it worked. Okay, so we have supplier code, parent codes, blah 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 blah. We have all the fun fields. Alright, cool. Don't save, close. Alright, so we're gonna say this tasks import data. Next, let's go with flat file source. Browse, we're going to switch that to a CSV flat file for source, and that would be our 1127.906 file. Perfect. Text qualifier, we'll throw a double quote on there, grab a preview. It does look fine. Okay. And we'll say next, then we're going to insert it into SQL Server for next, and we're going to change this to temp supplier, which, perfect. Check our mappings. Yeah. So this one's corporate supplier state province code. Yep, that's got a slash in it. So yeah, ours just doesn't seem to come with a slash. Then order supplier state province code. Yep. And then ship from. And then manufacturing. Alright, so that seems to be good. We have all the fields. Good. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I was pretty sure that was going to happen. Alright, data conversion failed for order supplier, line 1. Text was truncated. Order supplier address, line 1. Yeah, so the destination column is fine, but I don't see it. So let's do design on the supplier, temp table, and we're going to see what we have. So this says 255 characters, which should be more than enough for what we need. But clearly, that's not what we're getting. We're probably not getting a break properly. Oh, it says the output column width is 50. Why would that be? Why would it be 50? So temp supplier. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just leave it like that. And we'll see if it runs. Didn't run. Failed while converting column. Shipped from address sequence number 154 to ship address sequence number 56. Value 2. Value could not be converted because of potential loss of data. Alright, well, we don't really care about truncation. And it's trying to make it into a float. I'm not worried about that column though. Like I'm super not worried about it. So if we go back and we do edit mappings in order sequence column. Ignore. Order address sequence number. No, ignore that too. Ignore that one. Yeah, I'm not really worried about these. So I'm not using them for anything. So we're just gonna try that. That didn't work. Ship from supplier's zip code. Value cannot be converted. Okay, well, that's ship from supplier zip code. It's trying to put it into a float. Why? Ship from supplier zip code? No. Well, zip codes, while they look like numbers, they're not numbers. They don't need to be numbers. So, thank you. Save the table design changes. Perfect. Let's go back. Let's go forward. Let's grab temp supplier again. Yeah, edit mappings. Some of them are ignored. That's fine. They're all in bar cars now. Okay. We can try running it again. And now they're actually running. Nope, they're not. Okay. Data conversion for order supplier address label. Text was truncated. Order supplier address label. Okay, well, if we go back and edit the mappings, order supplier address label, we're just going to ignore it. It's that simple. Now we can try again. Getting further, and it errored again. Okay, data conversion for order supplier address label. Text was truncated. I thought we already took care of this. Order supplier address label. order supplier address label. It is ignored. So is there another one possibly? Okay. Because when we look at order supplier address label, it says not mapped. It doesn't have a destination. So we're going to try it again. Got up to like 700, 800 last time. This time it also fails. So this one, data conversion for order supplier address label. That doesn't make any sense. Truncation occurred. But truncation is set to ignore at the global level. So that doesn't line up at all. Does not make sense as to why. But if I went to columns, advanced order supplier address label, says the column is supposed to be 40, it's supposed to be text qualified. And if we went to Varchar 255, so that doesn't seem to make any sense at all. T temp supplier, edit mappings. And it errored again. Why? Data conversion for order supplier address label. Return status 4. We're not importing that column. Order supplier address label. Yeah, it's not mapped. It shouldn't be imported at all. So that really doesn't make any sense to me. So let's just ignore the failures because whatever. We got to like 1900 or so. And it errored again. Okay, order supplier address label return status value 4, text was truncated. It doesn't make any sense. Had no match on the target code page, but that doesn't make any sense. We set this up, we changed it. Data row 2046. Okay, well, let's try one more thing. If we tell everything to come into a new table, just create the destination table. You don't have to worry about type mismatching because it should go in, and yet it still doesn't go in. It's still wrong. That part just doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, it's truncating. But, okay, what if we kill this for right now? Yeah, and we can refresh it. We'll find number 2. Okay, we have all of these fields. Okay, it ended up, you know, who knows what. Select top 1,000. Got me to like 795 before it hit an issue. Okay. So if we delete this, and then we go to our temporary supplier table, and we grab our order address label, and instead doing 255, we just do max. Okay. If all the data ends up in that one column for that record, then so be it. But we could then do tasks import data, and we might have better luck with the import flat file command, so let's try that. So we have tasks import flat file. Next, okay, we got EQ2, we got the supplier master, this one. New table name, temp supplier 2. Huh. I thought the columns had headers. That doesn't make any sense. The first row should have been column. I think I got the wrong file or something. Yeah, I'm gonna cancel that. Let's go here. Let's go downloads. Not that one. Documents. 2. Yeah. Supplier master site. Yeah. So it's that one. If we open this directly, and we say don't convert. Okay. We have 17,000 records. Okay. Let's just save it as a standard Excel workbook. And then close it. Close it. Okay. And then we can try data, tasks, import data. We can go to an Excel import mechanism. Excel, browse, that one. We then make that a 2016 first row with column names. We tell it to go into SQL Server. Yep, copy data, fine. We'll switch the destination to temp suppliers. Edit mappings, and everything should be here still. Yep, as it is. Next. Actually, the one thing about edit mappings we're going to do is we're going to delete the tables that are the fields that are already there, and then just tell it to bring in. And then we're going to tell it to run. Maybe. Let's see if we get past row 2000. Time it certainly seemed to do that. Okay, so it's got to get to 17,000. It's already at 7,000. Sometimes it's just easier when you convert with a different tool. Go figure. Alright, we're at 11,248. see if it continues, because it seems to have stuck. I do hope it's just gonna continue. Nope, it didn't. It errored. Go figure. Okay, error. DB record is available. General network error. Okay. Refresh. And suppliers, select. No, they're there. Wait, where'd it go? Did you wait? What just happened? No, see hers. I wonder if they unsent it, because it was there and now it's not. Okay. Oh, it was it sent it, but whatever. Alright, so there must have been a network connection issue. Let's try it again. Must have been a timeout of some sort. My guess is it just didn't go fast enough, or the VPN didn't like it, or something. Because it seems like it's going again. We're gonna run a count. So what's in here? I got to 11,248 again. Seems why did that just the weirdest. gets to like 10,000 and then stops. 11,248, and it stopped again. I wonder if I split it up. I mean, I shouldn't have to split it up though. That's the trippy part, is it's running into some sort of an error. Check your network documentation. That's a yes, I want to stop it. Okay, so tasks, import data. Next. This is stupid. Grab. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. T temp supplier. Yeah. Uh-huh. So, I mean, the import is not that fast at all, but it does seem to have some sort of issue going on. It says 18.1. Okay. Now it says 20,500, and it gets to the same record at 11,000 rows and stops. So it just doesn't make any sense. Okay, well. Okay, so it errored out at 11,000 records. Open up the existing one. Live by another application. Go figure. So close that. Yes, close that. Close that. Try this one. Open. This one. Okay. Why would it get all the way to 11,000 records and then stop at 11,248? What's different about that record? So if we get to here, do we see anything different about this record? Symbols. No weird dates. No oddball duns numbers. Nothing like corrupted out. Okay. Well, grab that. Everything after record 10,000. Actually, just do everything past record 10,000. We're gonna cut it. We're gonna move it to another page. And then to grab same headers. Okay. And so then these 7,000 records are going to get formatted into another table. So we have the first table. Now we have the second table. Okay. Essentially, everything records in it now. So we have that. Okay, so we've saved it, we've closed it, we're good. We're going to execute that. Supposedly we have 22,000 records in it. We don't really have 22,000 records in it. We're just going to do a truncate table on the temp supplier. Now it's dead. So now it has 0 records, which is good. Okay. Actually, let's just leave that. And so this table, we're going to need to connect to test. I think they're trying to verify there. That table doesn't exist, which we knew. Okay. But according to this, that table doesn't exist either. Okay. Yeah. Great. Clipboard. Okay. Now we'll do new query and execute. Okay, cool. So now so now I have the table, and so we just have to make the start procedure that I told them about. Where'd it go? Yeah. Okay. Good. Now, if we went to here, wanted to 7 tasks import data. Yeah, let's try that file again. So we have the Excel file. We're going to browse. We're going to grab the XLSX file. Grab the 2016 data. Next. We could grab that. Next. Okay, so we're going to grab both sheets, and both of them are going to go to T temp supplier. Fine. Don't send the first one there. Run the first one, see if I can get all 10,000 records in. That's what I would like to do. Let's run the first one, then run the second one. We're 7,000, 8,000. Alright, so it brought in 7,920 rows. Great. Confirm that. Yes, 7,920 rows. Great. So I'm not sure which table that was, but we're gonna try it again. For tasks, import data. Next. Alright, same deal. Go to Excel, browse, same file. Excel 2016. Next. This one. Next. Next. Alright, so I probably brought in sheet 1 first. And we're going to bring in this one. Down to T-temp. Supplier. Next, next, next. Finish. Now we should get another 10,000 rows. Ideally. Okay. Yeah. What's that? Okay. Now, 9,999 rows. Fine. And if that worked, I should now have 17,919. Great. And if we wanted to do anything with supplier, no, that's right. So we don't have like merge essentially for the supplier piece. What we can do what is the field name? I'm curious now. Supplier code site. Okay, so supplier code site. Gotcha. Dot supplier code site. Site, yep, equals T supplier dot supplier code. Okay, and I'm going to say give me everything from temp table. Okay, and I have, according to this, more than 100 that I didn't previously have. 396 suppliers. Okay, well. well,